There's a great demand for new ideas and programs to help stimulate the economy and increase employment opportunities for not only the young, but also for people in their 50s and 60s here in Mississauga. Welcome to Preikschas Point of View. Mr. Paul Preikschas is a candidate for Ward 10 in the City of Mississauga's October 27th municipal election. Today, Paul shares his vision with us for a more prosperous Mississauga on behalf of the local residents and the business community of Mississauga. According to Statistics Canada, this past March, the national unemployment rate was 6.9%. In Ontario, the unemployment rate was 7.3%. For Canadians between the ages of 55 and 64, the unemployment rate was 7.2%. Whereas Canadians between the ages of 15 and 24, the unemployment rate was 13.6%. Is there a solution to this problem? Let's find out. Welcome, Paul. How are you today?
Great. I'm great, Tom. How are you?
Great. Let's discuss your idea how to attract new business and create employment opportunities in Mississauga. What is your program all about, and who will actually benefit from it?
The program that I'm announcing will be known as Vision 2020, and it's really an economic development plan for tomorrow, starting today. Vision 2020's 5-year program would provide a 75% tax break of municipal property taxes for the first 3 years for a qualified business that will either relocate here or establish a local business in conjunction with a local college or university. Then there would be a 50% reduction in property tax for years 4 and 5 for the business as it remains working with the school.
Right. What is the purpose of linking colleges and universities with the private sector, and has this been done before?
The connection between business and higher education has been tested with the University of Waterloo and a company known as Research in Motion. Waterloo has a strong connection with Research in Motion, RIM, which is the creator of the BlackBerry, and RIM hires hundreds of students from Waterloo, and many of its employees are Waterloo alumni. The university has a very unique intellectual property policy that encourages spin-off companies when university researchers develop commercial applications for their inventions. Also, currently, New York State has a program known as New York State Startup, which takes us even further with a complete tax-free zone to encourage job growth.
Have you approached anyone in the private sector or within the post-secondary institutions to get their feedback whether Vision 2020 is a realistic program involving the business community and post-secondary institutions?
I am currently talking with private sector businesses and post-secondary institutions. The initial indications look very favorable on this idea.
Paul, as we know, all new economic proposals and programs have their issues, challenges, sometimes even obstacles. So, what's the biggest challenge that Vision 2020 faces at this point?
The biggest obstacle is the province of Ontario, namely the Municipal Act, but more specifically Section 106, which currently forbids municipalities such as Mississauga from offering tax incentives.
What do you mean that the province forbids municipalities from offering tax incentives?
The province, through the Municipal Act, specifically forbids the offering of tax incentives under Section 106 of the Municipal Act, which states the city shall not assist commercial enterprise through the granting of bonuses.
Paul, a major concern for residents of Ward 10, in fact probably the majority of Mississauga, is this traffic chaos problem we have during the morning and afternoon commutes. Can you tell me, does Vision 2020 address this issue?
It can. The city could work with these businesses accepted into the Vision 2020 program to offer a special 50% off the regular price of MyWay Transit for new employees, especially the ones consisting of recent graduates or unemployed between 50 and 65 years of age. This will help alleviate some of the traffic congestion in the city. In turn, businesses can apply for a credit for reimbursement after the employee has been on payroll for 1 year. Maybe other businesses in the city will consider offering a deal for their employees to use public transit as well.
Good idea. One final question. Why is it important that local government and the business community consider Vision 2020 a worthwhile venture?
The foundation of Vision 2020 is recommendations I make to change the Municipal Act. And these recommendations will help the city generate other forms of revenue, because right now the only revenue the city gets in of any consequence is through the property tax. So anything that the city wants to spend money on comes out of the pockets of our homeowners. The changes to the municipal act that I want to put in place will actually help generate other revenue coming from other sources other than property taxes, that we can create these programs. Working with businesses, we can encourage businesses through different bonuses and different incentives to hire locally and keep people working in the local area.
Very good. Paul, I want to thank you for sharing with you details about Vision 2020, an economic development plan for the residents and the business community of Mississauga.
Great.
Good. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
If you require further information about Preikschas' point of view, contact Paul directly at 647-606-4740. You can also email Paul at ward10mississauga.com or visit the website www.ward10mississauga.com or follow Paul on Twitter at Paul Preikschas. Stay tuned to YouTube for further segments of Preikschas' Point of View.